guys, welcome. I'm Jen Burson. I am the founder and president of Generation PR, an award-winning PR and influencer marketing agency located in Los Angeles. Today's topic is going to be all about ways that you can achieve agency growth no matter where you're starting from, whether you're 6 months in business or 6 months out from starting your business or 16 years in your business or more. We, as entrepreneurs, leaders of our businesses, the goal is always to create a healthy business, one that has the opportunity for exponential growth. And that's the case no matter how long we've been in business, whether we're brand spanking new and you're like, I got to have clients to make money, or if you've been doing this for a long time, you know, you're an established agency owner, it could look a little different. Maybe it's focusing on expanding your offerings or hitting a huge revenue milestone. This is always the goal. Maybe if you're new to entrepreneurship, the goal could just be finding 1 to 2 new clients at your desired rate. And no matter where you are in your agency journey, you can grow. There's always room for growth. You know, it's about focusing your energy where it really matters and aligning your daily priorities with your goals, which also means setting goals, right? And knowing what you're working towards. Writing your goals down and having them visible and setting them out by month. Personal and professional agency goals. So set those goals and remind yourself of them every single day. This is the way to create real change. This is the way that you're going to build your dream business and boost your business growth no matter what stage you are in your career. It is setting the goals, looking at them, breaking them down to daily actions that will help you chip away and move towards those goals. So let's talk about 8 ways that you can boost your agency growth. The first is focusing on mindfulness. It will help you, mindfulness will help you stay grounded and present in your agency no matter what's on your plate. It will help you stay calm when maybe you would normally run around stressed, feeling like your hair's on fire or like you're spinning your wheels and you're really just not getting anywhere. And that feeling of being revved up inside when you are metaphorically spinning your wheels in your business. Mindfulness practices can give you an extra burst of energy, give you an extra burst of focus, which will help you power through these big projects, big overhauls in your business, whether that's your proposal that you're completely restructuring or your website you're redoing or your brand positioning or onboarding a new client and trying to create a strategy for them. These big projects that take focus and creativity and that sort of working in your zone of genius. The mindfulness will help you figure out how to approach these tough strategies that will actually move the needle in your business. So there's a ton of mindfulness practices that you can incorporate into your day. There's anything from journaling, keeping a gratitude journal so that you can start to incorporate this mindfulness of practicing gratitude every single day. Super easy. Don't overthink it. What it does is it keeps you focused on being present. You know, and I want you to change it up every day. It's not just like, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my business. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my loved ones, my relationship, whatever. Little things, big things, small, seemingly inconsequential, noticing things. Just the act of noticing forces you to be present. And when you're present, your mind isn't wandering. First of all, you're not on social. You're not scrolling your phone mindlessly. You're also not worrying about the what ifs and the future possibilities. Meditating is also a fantastic, don't be overwhelmed of like, I've got to get in and feel like I'm, floating. And the key with any of these practices, it's the consistency aspect. With anything you want to change, anything, it could be anything at all. Being consistent, it's just these small, tiny habits every single day that create lasting impact, like brushing your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth every single day, it might not matter day to day, but in the long run, you're going to have a lot of problems with your teeth. But if you brush and floss every single day, in the long run, you will have healthy mouth, healthy gums. It's like hard to see the incremental gains or losses, but it's a long-term consistency outcome. So mindfulness practices are most powerful and impactful when they are done every single day. So try to carve out a bit of time to recenter yourself, get present, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day. Sometimes that could be just walking outside, feeling the sun on your skin, taking a deep breath, maybe take your shoes off. It's called grounding. Just walk around on the grass. Feel your feet connected to the earth. Take your dog for a walk. Listen to an inspiring podcast. Anything that you can do just to get present. And that's what mindfulness does, gratitude does. Sometimes you tune everything out and you get into your head and you start thinking and worrying about the future or like kind of spiraling. When you're forced to be present and notice the things around you, and that's what gratitude does, is it forces you to look for things that you're grateful for, especially when you change it every single day. So number 2 is become a more intentional agency owner. Intentionality is a huge part of working toward your growth goals at any stage of your business. So in something that is intentional, it's done on purpose, it's planned, it's done by design. Being intentional will mean that you're being deliberate and you're purposeful in your decisions. It's not being reactive. It's not just responding to things that come your way because somebody else says this needs your attention in the moment, or I want to work with you, so you have to work with me. Growing your agency strategically takes a major dose of intentionality. You can't waste time, energy, and resources on things, on projects and clients and work and niches and services that hold you back from whatever goals you have. Like being intentional would make you realize that you don't like how it feels and you don't want to continue down that path. All of the work you do, it's stepping stones towards more of that, bigger clients, more relationships, more case studies that you can show the kind of work you do. So if you don't like a certain kind of work, don't do it. You have to be intentional with those decisions. When you decide to implement intentionality into your business, you're deciding that you're only going to take action on the things that are the most important to you, that are the most enjoyable to you, that will streamline your agency's offerings so that you can delegate the tasks that aren't the things you love to do. They're not in your zone of genius. Maybe they're necessary to run your business. You're not saying no to all of it. Like if you don't like reporting, which I don't, you don't like metrics and numbers, you can't say to clients like, no, I don't like numbers, I'm not doing reporting. But you can outsource that piece of it, so that you're not spinning your wheels and creating some kind of, mess for yourself doing a service, a piece of the service that you don't really love. You can outsource that. Train a team member on how to do it so you don't have to be the one to do it. You can be intentional with your time and dedicate yourself to high impact tasks while your team can take care of the everyday responsibilities, the day-to-day execution that might be that bread and butter of the business. They get the results. You're the strategic visionary of your company, the strategic CEO role, and you know how to leverage those results to attract more clients. You're the one that's creating a strategy to roll them out visibly on social media. That's where your effort is best served. So it's about being more intentional as the leader of your business, intentional with your time, intentional with the work you take on, all of the things that are going to help you build your business strategically into something you love. Number 3, know your value. Lots of agency owner growth comes from landing new clients and taking on larger retainers, but you have to have the courage and confidence to go after those opportunities and to ask for what you are worth and what value you provide and the rate that you desire. You have to have that confidence. So limiting beliefs that you may have around your value as an agency owner will hold you back at any stage of your career. Kind of feeling like I've been doing this for so long. Am I relevant anymore? Or I'm so brand new to this. Will anyone take me seriously? These are limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Just because you have 5 or more years of entrepreneurship under your belt does not mean that self-doubt can't sneak its way in. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us at any given time for whatever reason. So these limiting beliefs can be about anything. It could be your skills, your ability to secure the results that you're telling clients you can for them, the price of your retainer, feeling like, oh my God, can I actually deliver on this? I'm asking for all this money. Am I really worth it? That number really makes you second guess if you can deliver. And it also can impact having that doubt will impact your ability to work with big clients. You'll say, well, they can work with anyone. Why would they choose me? Are they going to want to work with me? Are they going to see us as rinky dink? No. That's your belief. If you have the results, you have the case studies, you have the relationships, you have the expertise. This is why niching down is so important. They want to work with the best. And if you're the go-to in your niche, they will pay whatever it takes to work with you. They don't care where you are, how big your team is. You're actually, streamlining, which is very savvy. So limiting beliefs around your skills or the price you're asking for, your ability to work with big clients, that is going to impact your confidence when you go after those opportunities. So the best way to ward off limiting beliefs and keep your confidence levels high is to know your full value as an agency owner. You have these sought after skills. You have these relationships you've cultivated over the years. You have valuable industry know-how that clients need. They want to work with you because of your unique talents, the experience, the results you've gotten. No one else brings to the table what you can. Even somebody in your niche, exactly in your niche. Nobody else has your unique talents, experience, relationships, results, expertise, all of those skills and characteristics of yourself that will make you indispensable to clients. No one else can bring to the table what you can. So focusing on these positive thoughts instead of negative ones, that's a big mindset shift to make, but it is crucial to your success. Simple mindset shifts. Number 4 is niche down your business. I've said it a million times and I will say it, I'll sing it till the cows come home. You have to niche down. And when you narrow down who you work with, you hone in on a specific industry, a specific client type, whether it's individuals versus companies, whether it's nonprofits, government contracts, B2B companies, tech companies, a big company or a individual entrepreneur, authors is like an individual versus a big company. And you also niche down on the set of services that you're uniquely able to offer your clients. Those two sort of narrowing down of decisions, that is niching down in your agency. And it should be something that you truly love, something that really lights a fire in you, that will get you excited to be at work every single day. Because when you do this the right way, you are going down a path where you're getting bigger relationships, opportunities, revenue, through retainer fees that you're able to charge because you are choosing work that you want to specialize in, and you're going to get to know the industry, all of the movers and shakers, the media contacts, what's buzzy, what's trending in that industry. And you're going to be doing this for a long time so that you can build a business long term that takes advantage of that experience and those contacts and the industry know-how that you've worked so hard to dive into and get to know. So you will not be motivated to grow your business, to bring on more work, if you feel disconnected from the kinds of clients you're serving, or it's a part of your life that you're no longer that into. And so I want you to feel connected to that work. And I know there's this like belief, and it's a limiting belief, that people feel getting super specific with your agency and who you serve, the kind of work that you do, that may hinder your growth. But I promise you, that is the opposite. This is the key to working less and making more money. When you niche down, you cultivate that expertise in your chosen industry. It lets you establish your authority, your credibility with the media, create those relationships, and then you're the go-to. And for media contacts, they'll come to you. And for clients, they'll seek you out. And clients of all sizes and budgets, they're looking for that extensive knowledge, and they're going to pay a premium for your experience, that network of connections you've made, and the resources that you have. So that's why niching down can be the fastest way to grow and scale your business. Number 5, you got to protect yourself from burnout. It is a major problem for every entrepreneur, and especially for agency owners that have a ton of projects going on. I have experienced it myself. I can sense when it's coming, and I will lean into asking for more help. I have no problem asking for help. I'm not worried about delegating. I'm like, delegate. I will ask for help at home. You can sense it, and you've got to really pay attention to that. Burnout is like this long-term stress that will leave you really exhausted, all kinds of ways, emotionally, physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. You're not going to be able to execute any projects to your standards or to continue generating really fantastic results for your clients when you're just not feeling it. And it can lead to procrastination. That's how it manifests in me. A lack of creativity, a sense of dread every time you sit down at your desk, or every time the phone rings or you see an email come in from a certain client. A huge piece of being the leader of your business is paying attention to that intuition. You, as the leader of your business, the visionary CEO, you can't lead your team. You can't guide your agency and propel it closer to your goals if you're working from this place of burnout and exhaustion. It builds resentment. You have to be aware of when it's happening for you and protect yourself from burnout. And that is a key part of maintaining that consistent agency growth. It should be a top priority for agency owners of all experience levels. And so to prevent burnout, it's going to look different for everyone, but you need to listen to what is happening in your body, how you're feeling. Listen to yourself. Don't ignore or overlook those feelings you have. What do you need from your personal life, from your team, from your clients, from your partner? You have to set those boundaries where you need them and ask for the support you need. And don't be afraid to disconnect from work and take time off when you need to. I know a lot of agency owners feel like if they're on retainer, they need to be sitting at their desk like this, pitching. And if they say to a client, hey, I'm taking 2 weeks off when the kids are out of school, and we're going to all the national parks in Utah, and I'll be back 3rd week of July. We worry about that. We are afraid a client will say, what am I paying you for? First of all, you're going to put a team in place. That's part of it. And your team will be able to support you while you're traveling. But you have to delegate those tasks to your team. It also means saying no to projects that aren't aligned with your goals, and really only working in things that energize you instead of drain you. And that is a huge part of warding off burnout. But setting those boundaries, taking that time, and claiming it and just doing it, because you're not good to anybody. You're not good to clients, your family, your team, anybody, yourself, if you're drained and if you're exhausted and you're just, I say, I'm at the end of my rope. I just can't do another thing. And I'll just kind of remove myself for a short period of time. But that long-term burnout, it doesn't just happen overnight. There are signs, and you have to listen to yourself, your body, and then get what you need to take care of yourself. Number 6, and it's going to creep up, maybe, but we have to learn how we can overcome imposter syndrome. Every agency owner, I believe every agency owner will deal with imposter syndrome at some point, possibly again and again, no matter where you are, you've probably already dealt with it. It is when you feel unqualified to be where you are and possibly undeserving of your own success. It comes with a lot of anxiety and fear over being perceived as a fraud and suddenly losing what you've worked for, or feeling like you have stepped into a role or agreed to do something that you worry that you're actually capable and competent to deliver on. And a lot of people will experience these feelings when they get stuck in a cycle of comparing themselves to their peers, or maybe it's been a little while, they haven't gotten the results they're used to. Maybe for the first time, they're kind of feeling like they're spinning their wheels, or they're sending pitches and they're not getting any replies. Feeling like a fraud will leave you scared and anxious, and it'll keep you from going after new opportunities, from putting yourself out there. You won't put your best foot forward with a new project or a dream client proposal if you feel like you are not deserving of it. Your confidence will take a major hit when you have imposter syndrome. But I'm here to tell you it can be overcome. One of the keys is niching down, improving your skills, developing your expertise on a particular subject. And when you are reassuring yourself that you're top of your game because you're really dialed into how it's working for other people, that really does help you overcome imposter syndrome. When you find yourself looking at other people's social, and you're like, how are they getting this much work? What am I doing wrong? You have to remember, again, you've heard this before, not from me, not just from me, but from so many people that talk about social media, you're comparing yourself to their highlight reel. You know, you're not seeing all of the spinning of the wheels or all of the setbacks. Everyone has setbacks as well as successes, but we don't always share our failures online. You know, seeing someone's highlight reel, it's really hard when you know how hard you're working to try to get similar results. You're just seeing them share the victories. So avoid putting unrealistic expectations on yourself, and part of the key is letting yourself fail and learning from those mistakes and not worrying that a fail means you are a failure. Obviously not. These are learning opportunities. When you do get a big win, celebrate it. You know, knowing with that knowledge that you deserve the success you've achieved, not that you've lucked into it or that it's a fluke or that you're a one-hit wonder, you're a fly-by-night. Know that you deserve that success, and all of that collectively over time will help you overcome imposter syndrome. It is happening when you step into a bigger role, and I look at it, when I feel that feeling, I say, okay, I'm growing. This is a sign that I'm growing in my expertise and in my know-how and in the quality and caliber of the work that I'm doing and in the size and scope of the clients and the work that I'm doing for them. So look at that feeling, recognize it as growth, and know that when you have a big win, you deserve it. You did that. So you're going to overcome imposter syndrome. 7 is I want you to prioritize this work-life integration. So I know you've probably heard of work-life balance before. I prefer the concept of work-life integration, which is where you can feel and you will be totally in control of your time, both in and out of office, as it relates to your company, the work you're doing, being in control of who you work with, how you work with them, how much you charge, how you work. Sometimes clients will come in and say, I want da, 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 da. And you're like, well, that's not what we do, or that's not how we work, or that's not typically the way it works around here. Tell them that. This is your business. You're in charge of it and how you work, and how your working life will allow you the flexibility and freedom that you want in your personal life. To me, that's work-life integration. Balance kind of implies that there's like an equilibrium and everything is equal at all times. And that's just not the case. But work-life integration is all about building a life that aligns with your definition of success. This work-life integration should give you a flexible schedule to get all of your work done while still resting, fostering strong relationships with the people that matter most to you. That's really important. That's important to me. I hope it's important to you. I don't just want us to be like out, of course we love making a lot of money in our business, but not at the sacrifice of relationships and your health, your mental and physical health. So putting your work-life integration first will mean that you have to set boundaries. It will mean you have to say no. And it's going to mean that you structure your agency to support your vision for your life. You need to say no to clients and projects that don't serve you so you can dedicate energy to what lights you up and what will make you feel inspired and happy and fulfilled. And you need to charge what you are truly worth to have that revenue foundation that will allow for the agency growth that you need for time off when you need it. Like I said, if you're feeling burnt out, you need to have the ability to take that time off by having a team in place. If you're feeling burnt out, or that every day you need to take an hour for yourself to go for a WALK, or you need to, get yourself centered and meditate for 15 minutes or whatever it is, building your business that way so that it will support that work-life integration that we're all seeking. That's important. So the last one I have for you, the last tip, is you can boost your productivity the right way. And I'm all about staying away from hustle culture. And I don't love this like hustle hard, it shouldn't be about that. But you do need to be productive in order to grow your agency. And the thing is, though, that you can get so focused on productivity that you land yourself in a productivity trap. And what this is it'll keep you running in circles, just trying to like cross off stuff on your to-do list, checking off inconsequential tasks, small tasks on your to-do list instead of working on the high impact projects. Productivity traps will divert your energy from what really moves the needle for your business, and it could seriously hinder your growth. And this is when we feel really good of just, gotta call the doctor, cross it off the list, gotta fold the laundry, cross it off the list, or gotta make that graphic for social media, cross it off the list, because it's like a 10-minute thing and you're like, look at me, I'm so productive, I'm doing all the things. But you can instead focus on being intentional with your time and energy and really think through what is going to be the best use of your time before you put it on your calendar and your to-do list. Is this something you can outsource? Does it have to be you? Is this something you can barter and trade? If you don't have the money to outsource it, can you barter somehow and trade services? Looking at a to-do list and just plugging in easy to cross off things. I get it. I love to cross things off my to-do list, but it will get you stuck in this productivity trap where you're just all about crossing things off and not actually spending that time and energy on what matters most. You're just looking at your to-do list like, I got to get this done. I'll do that. I can do this right now. You might get fewer things done in a day, but you'll complete the projects that really matter, and you'll have a major shift. It'll have a big effect on your business by chipping away at these things. And that's why I love my battle board and my whole year up there divided out by months. So I can see what my goals are and what we're working towards. I look at it every day and I can say to myself, okay, I've got the big picture in mind. I know the goals. I know what's going to move the needle. And this thing that I think that I need to be doing right now, it's kind of not really that. But if I spend a little bit of time focusing on working up this case study, because we had some fantastic results from clients recently. Oh, and that also means I should ask for a testimonial from that client, because now's a good time for that. They've had a positive experience. Let me ask for it. And now I have a really robust case study with all of these visual results. These are the things that'll move the needle. Leverage those case studies, share them on social, put it in your proposal deck. So think about what matters more. Is it another client touch base? A meeting that you feel like you have to have just to you got to meet with clients, you got to give, or, maybe that could have been an email. Maybe save that time and work on a proposal for your dream client. Work on putting together something so compelling that they say yes to your fee, no negotiation, because you have shown them you are it. They have to work with you. Because your case studies, your results, your expertise, your contacts, your industry know-how, your niche, deep dive subject matter expertise makes you the one. And you can ask for whatever you want. So getting fewer things done, but getting the right things done, that is going to move the needle in your business. So thank you. I'm so grateful for this community. And I will talk to you guys soon, and have a great week. Bye, guys.